Pam, if all Australians are vaccinated by the end of the year, as the budget suggests, why can't the world open up sooner?
Well, even in that circumstance, you're still talking about many Australians, millions of Australians who wouldn't have been vaccinated because for A, their children, or B, they have chosen not to be. And you're also making assumptions about what the rest of the world looks like with COVID at the end of this year, the introduction of new variants and strains. We've secured those 15 million additional Moderna vaccines, which are booster shots. And so, look, I think we've just got to do this each and every day. I was pleased that yesterday was actually a record for a Saturday. We had over 30,000 people get vaccinated yesterday. We tripped over the 3 million mark on Friday, as I said we would. And we're seeing the vaccination program just go from strength to strength, and the rollout with states and territories again amping up next week. Tomorrow, if you're over 50, you can go to your GP who are providing these vaccines, and you can get vaccinated from tomorrow with your GP. So I think we'll continue to see that build. But all the way through, we'll be guided by the medical advice. We'll be guided by the economic advice, I would also stress. Straight from the start of this pandemic, I've said that we've got to save lives and we've got to save livelihoods. And we've balanced those, I think, extremely well over the course of the last 18 months or so. And we'll have to keep doing that. So the job now is just to keep getting the vaccination program rolling out. We've made particularly good progress in aged care facilities. We're through about 85% of those now and on track with completing that in the timetable. And that's our most vulnerable community. But we still need more people aged over 70 to go and get those vaccines. That's a very high priority for us, because if there were to be an outbreak in Australia, they are the Australians most at risk, and that's where our focus is most at the moment.
PM, there's word that our cricketers might be coming back from India in the next few days. Have they asked for any special dispensation? Had they been given any?
They haven't been given any, I can tell you that. And they'll come in additional to the cap in New South Wales. Been working with the New South Wales government on that. New South Wales government is happy for them to come in over the cap. That was something we insisted upon, and they were happy to agree with that. But they'll come back under their own steam, on their own ticket, and they won't be taking the spot in quarantine of any other Australian who is returning home under the New South Wales caps. So, you know, in New South Wales, they've done all the heavy lifting, frankly, on people coming back from around the world. They're the ones who've kept their caps very high, and so we appreciate the fact that the New South Wales government, and Gladys Berejiklian in particular, has been so strong in supporting those higher caps, but in this case ensuring that when the cricketers come back, they don't take a spot of anybody else.
Yeah.
Last question.
What are you doing to ensure COVID testing systems are accurate and Australians aren't being unfairly blocked from coming home?
Well, I don't think they are being unfairly blocked. I've been, as in my answer earlier, we'll work with Qantas, who run that testing program for people getting on planes. We were having issues earlier with the testing regime, and that was one of the reasons why we actually put the pause in place to ensure we could firm that up, and it has. And I think in these areas you've got to be cautious, and I'm pleased we've got 80 people home. I'm looking forward to more coming home. I'm appreciative that in New South Wales, in Queensland and Victoria, they'll also be taking repatriated commercially facilitated flights. That's tremendous. But the testing's got to be up to standard. And in this case, what we've got is that we've got the other side of the coin in a number of cases where people who had tested positive, who may not have been positive. But when it comes to protecting Australians' health and safety here, then we're going to be cautious. I know what side of the line we need to be cautious on.